We go to him, the first night of our 19th year.
Who the hell's him?
He who walks behind the rose.
Hi everyone and welcome to Project 31 for 2023, where I watch 31 horror films in 31 days of October, and I'll give you my review for each and every single one of them. Today, October 11th, I will review the movie Children of the Corn.
We cannot remove her from this place. It is holy.
We will bring the Lord too by using one.
Not blaspheme, Malachi.
Children of the Corn is yet another adaptation of a Stephen King story, one of many during the 80s. It tells the story of a town called Gatlin in Nebraska, a fake town of course, that has fallen into hard times. The people of the town go to the church and pray for a better harvest. One child, called Isaac, manages to get a group of followers, who are all children, to murder the entire adult population in order to secure a plentiful harvest and appease this entity that is only referred to as he who walks behind the rose. All of this early story is told from a perspective of Job, who sees his father getting murdered in front of him. Apparently, Job and his sister were spared even though they were not a part of this conspiracy. To add to this chaos, Job's sister, Sarah, has some sort of a gift of foresight, as everything she draws looks like a prophecy of things that are near to come.
You have the gift of sight. This is a blessing, my child.
The actual story picks up 3 years later as a young couple drives through Nebraska on their way to Seattle because the guy, Bert, has accepted a residency in a hospital there. On their way, they accidentally run over a kid. Quickly, they discovered that that kid was actually about to die anyway because his throat was cut and he just stumbled onto the road in front of them. The couple desperately tries to get help in order to tell the police what happened, but they stumble into the town of Gatlin.
What is it with this corn?
You got me.
They engage with the children, who consider them outlanders, and they want to sacrifice them to the entity from the rows of corn. But with a little help from Job and his sister Sarah, they manage to escape. This is the 11th horror movie I cover in this special project this month. And I have to say that this one is by far the only one I really don't mind spoiling the ending for. Don't get me wrong, this is a decent horror movie with great supernatural motifs that only reveals itself in 2 points of this movie. Once after the couple leaves the poor mechanic that wants nothing to do with the children of Gatling, as his dog goes after the entity in the cornfields, and the other is when Bert manages to burn down the entity at the end of the movie. I found this movie not scary at any point. The movie is another snappy 90-minute film, but it seems to me that there were lots of plot points that were missing that I might need to read the book to understand them. The initial takeover of the kids' minds by Isaac was never shown, and the story behind the entity and why it wanted the adults destroyed was never properly explained. Even at the point where you see Isaac preaching to his flock, there's no real explanation of what's going on, and there's no exposition dump whatsoever. I thought that Linda Hamilton was wasted in this movie. The only good interaction that she had was with Sarah, and it was very brief. I thought she had zero chemistry with Peter Horton, who played Bert, and at various moments of the movie, my mind kind of drifted off.
Murdered little devil.
Was it a scary experience back in the day in the theaters? I have no idea. I didn't find it scary at all. The mystery of what's going on didn't entice me to keep watching, and overall, I was really disappointed. I vaguely remember watching this movie when I was a young teen, and I remember being afraid of Malachi. This time around, I wasn't. I can't recommend this movie at this time because I just didn't enjoy it. I thank you for watching. If you're watching this review and this is not the Halloween season, Please check out my other reviews I've done in the past or our Saturday show, the Rumikoy Podcast, where we dive much deeper into these amazing movies.